Sal, explain to him these are extremely high. I'm going to let him work in here. They should have had this thing lower. Not going to change it now. Hey, Alfredo, it ain't going to change it now. Okay, I give you both instructions. I just want to remind you to please listen and follow my commands all the time. Protect yourself at all times. Pelea duro, pelea limpio. Toco la mano.
Jack Reese, one of the best in the business, immediately noticed that Burchell's trunks were high. He said, I'm going to let him work to the belt line, so don't try to change it now, he told his trainer, Jose Alfredo Caballero. It's always different when you look at a guy emaciated at the weigh-in, and then you look across the ring, and he's...
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
And then he gets the combinations flying afterwards, after he gets you out of position with that strong jab he has.
I think the same can be said about Sosa. He throws a lot of looping shots. He can be awkward at times, but he has more polish, like you talked about earlier, Tim. He can box. He can come behind the jab. The question is, what kind of fight does he want to fight tonight?
Sosa dipping down like that in front of Burchell. Wrong thing to do, because Burchell has an uppercut available for him.
Burchell gets hit, that's no secret, but he's also extremely accurate with his punches at 37% accuracy. But tonight, what is very accurate is the temperature gauge. The thermometer, 64 degrees. And Burchell talked about the fact that, you know what, I know what it's like to fight outdoors, but there's also a little breeze here. We're near the ocean. It's a different type of chill here in Carson.
I like the fight that Sosa has fought thus far. The first half of this first round, very patient. He's not loading up like you typically see him. Good right hand right there from Sosa. He's just kind of measuring Burchell just to see what Burchell wants to do. He's tasted the power of Burchell just a little bit. Very controlled, very within himself, and I like what he's doing thus far.
And I also like the right hand he's throwing down to the body on Burchell. You know, that's what you need to do to slow down a machine, a punching machine like Burchell. You have to go down to the body, and I like the fact that Sosa's invested in that.
Sosa's trying to make Burchell think early on as Burchell lands a nice combination. You can expect to see a lot more of that from both Burchell and Sosa. They're both trying to establish their game here. They both said, look, it's not going to be who's stronger. It's not going to be who's more offensive. It's going to be whoever is smarter and imposes their game plan that wins this fight.
Right there you see.
Nice left hook.
Oh, he hurt him with that left hook. Sosa hurt Burchell with that left hook. Burchell stepped back, took it well, but I saw the legs wobble just a tad bit.
Nice right hand there from Jason Sosa. He knows that Burchell can be hit, lands that left hook once again, but here comes Burchell with a short left, and there the jab of Burchell that sets up the rest of his offense. Burchell told me in the locker room, hey, once I get hit for the first time, that's when I know I'm in a fight, and it's time to get warmed up. Round one is coming to an end here from Carson, California.
Shh. There's a secret to saving on car insurance. Use the power of AIS. AIS shops dozens of companies instantly. Then they review your quote to make sure you're getting every discount you've earned. Wow, that's powerful. AIS does all the work and you get great coverage at a great price. And that's the secret to saving over $600 a year on your car insurance.
1-800-777-4AIS.
Think there's no reason to stay up until 11? Let's do the math. 4 radars, more choppers, and this team equals more coverage at 11. More breaking news, more first alert weather, more news chopper force, more investigations. Chuck, Colleen, Fritz, Fred. More experience for you. So no matter how you watch them, it's a no-brainer. Get more and call on these 4 before you call it a night. NBC4 News at 11 for you.
Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. That's downtown LA, the skyline where dreams are made, a major city when it comes to Mexican fighters trying to make a name for themselves, and that's exactly what Miguel Berchelt wants to do in his 6th world title defense against Jason Sosa. Both fighters are very active, and you see here that Berchelt threw 10 more, but you see the efficiency with 11 punches landed from the Puerto Rican Sosa.
See, I like what Sosa's doing right now. He's bagging up Berchelt. He knows that Berchelt likes to come forward, and he's not comfortable bagging up and fighting.
They told us that his team, Sosa's team.
There's a nice combination, and down goes Sosa here in round 1.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you good? You want to continue? Just give me your gloves. Go get him.
The difference between that 7th round knockout against Haskell Lydell Rhodes is that Berchelt throws back, and when he lands, he cracks with either the left or the right. And here we see Berchelt, but he cannot get careless against Sosa, who trips there on his feet.
Sosa's legs doesn't look good at all. You know, even when he was knocked down the first time, his legs didn't look good. He was trying to get away, angled his body in a bad position, and Berchelt took advantage of it.
That was a low blow there from Berchelt.
Sosa's still trying to get his legs under him, but trust me, he's still dangerous. He's looking to land that overhand right and that left hook.
Yeah,
Don't know if he'll get the shot chance to do it, but he's looking for it.
He's trying to get around that glove of Jason Sosa, lands another left hook, and here comes Sosa, but he's right in range.
Exactly. You cannot be in mid-range with a guy like Berchelt. You have to be all the way in or all the way out to get away from his punches.
Oh, big right hand from Berchelt, who follows up with a flurry of punches, and Sosa has to hold on here.
Absolutely.
My break.
The smart thing to do is to hold on right now. But the thing with Sosa is, every time he gets hit, he just wants to fight.
He's in no man's land right now. He's hurt. He doesn't know if he wants to hold, get his legs back, or fight. He's in that weird space right now.
Yeah.
And while he's trying to figure it out, Berchelt is punching to the body and to the head with crushing shots.
Nice little angle right there from Berchelt.
Oh, big combination once again from Berchelt, sends Sosa back, but once again he just winds up and comes right into short range.
Vicious body shot from Berchelt.
And look at the defense Berchelt put on. Moved his head out of the way, came down with a vicious body shot, left hook to the body of Sosa.
Reese has got to keep a close eye on Sosa. Takes a great shot, but he's taking a lot of punishment right now.
What he needs to do is he needs to tie up. Once you're hurting there, you got to tie up the opponent.
It's not in him, Tim. It's not in Sosa to tie up right now.
He's showing the dog, not the cat that Tim mentioned he needed to be.
Absolutely, Bernardo.
Big second round for Miguel Berchelt, who closes strong with a nice flurry on the face of Jason Sosa, who's got a ton of heart. Oh, and another body shot there from Berchelt. Let's listen in to Raul Rivas in Sosa's corner.
For one reason, you're doing that. You have to touch the body. The body's not going to go anywhere. At the end of the day, what I told you, if you get hit with a shot, you got to reset. Reset when you just got to come back to the ring. You don't respond with the game plan.
Alfredo, Miguel, poquito más arriba in the blows, just a little bit.
Here it is. This is the first knockdown right here. As you see, Sosa's a little off balance, but what does Berchelt do? He follows him out with combinations. He lands something flush right on the chin, and down goes Sosa. Here he is. Nice little right hand, and down he goes. Second knockdown right here. Nice, short, crisp right hand by Berchelt. Right on the chin. Target practice right now at the moment for him. See, the thing about Berchelt is he don't necessarily have to be hitting you. He just lets his hands go, and he understands that something will eventually land.
I mean, his percentage numbers don't lie. He lands at a 37% clip round after round, and he's relentless in his offense, Dre.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before this fight started is, yeah, Berchelt is flawed. Good right hand from Sosa right there. But that offense is so dynamic. He's throwing so many punches from so many different angles. Opponents can't get off. So that ultimately translates into Berchelt's defense.
But look at the defense of Berchelt right now. You see how he stepped back, got out of range, and then came back with a nice little short combination. He said he's been working on his defense, Dre, and I said that if he wants to be historical, and be mentioned among the best pressure fighters of all time, he has to learn defense, and it looks like he is now.
Hey, that was a nice left hook to the body from Sosa, who follows up with a long right hand. He knows he's in a dogfight tonight against Burchell, and he keeps coming forward.
Well, this is a good thing from Sosa. He's starting to press right now because Burchell, he let go a lot of punches, gave up a lot of energy, so he's trying to rest right now. If you're Sosa, you don't let Burchell rest. You press the issue like he's doing.
Yeah, but when you press the issue, Dre, I hear what you're saying. You got to go down to the body. You know that.
Well, he just did with that left hook to the body, and that got Burchell.
Oh, nice uppercut from Jason Sosa, who follows up on Burchell, who blocks that and comes back with a flurry of 3.
See, Bernardo, the problem with Sosa is that when he's at mid-range, he's a target to be hit.
Up a little bit, Jason.
He has to smother Burchell. Once he gets his combination out, he got to either get all the way out or all the way in, so he's not hit with those combinations from Burchell.
Sosa does the best he can. He's not a guy with 100 amateur fights. He's got 3 amateur fights, so he doesn't have a lot of the stuff. You see some of the guys that do have a lot of amateur fights have the defensive prowess, the fancy moves, all the stuff we see from the upper echelon guys. But he's effective at what he does. He needs to keep doing what he's doing because this round he's very effective.
162 rounds coming in, so he's now in his 166th round as a pro. 34 championship rounds completed, so he's learning on the job, even though it's a 10-year career.
Oh, he's learning on the job, all right. He's learning about those punches coming from Burchell, coming around those guards with those hands straight up in the air. He cannot afford to sit at mid-range against a power puncher like Burchell.
It's a mean two-piece from Miguel Burchell a few seconds ago with both hands.
With Burchell, it seems like he's got 4 or 5 hands the way he just lets them go.
Ooh, nice right hand right there from Sosa. But then he steps back into range, and what does Burchell do? He follows him out.
For everything Sosa does right, there's an answer from Burchell.
There he is, going out in a straight line. What did he do? He followed him out.
Sosa going down to the body right here in round 3, but once again the answer from Burchell as round 3 comes to an end.
Shh. There's a secret to saving on car insurance. Use the power of AIS. AIS shops dozens of companies instantly. Then they review your quote to make sure you're getting every discount you've earned. Wow, that's powerful. AIS does all the work, and you get great coverage at a great price. And that's the secret to saving over $600 a year on your car insurance.
1-800-777-4AIS. Think there's no reason to stay up until 11? Let's do the math. 4 radars, more choppers, and this team equals more coverage at 11. More breaking news, more first alert weather, more news chopper force, more investigations. Chuck, Colleen, Fritz, Fred. More experience for you. So no matter how you watch them, it's a no-brainer. Get more and call on these 4 before you call it a night. NBC4 News at 11 for you.
He'd have to up his punch output in order to keep up with the champion Miguel Burchell. So we worked with a strength and conditioning coach basically to be able to throw punches and be there, round after round. And, Burchell's out throwing him by 30 over the first 3 rounds. Pretty consistent in terms of the difference per round of 10 punches per round thrown. But the connection, 77 to 36, that's where the difference comes.
Bernardo, strength and conditioning coaches are good if they're used in the right way. And, if a fighter doesn't neglect the boxing gym for the strength and conditioning work. But I don't care how many weights you lift, what you do outside of a boxing gym, it does not help your chin. It does not teach you how to get out of the way. That's not going to help Sosa right now, facing a guy like Miguel Burchell.
Before his last fight, Jason Sosa talked about being broke, talked about needing another big strike, and here he gets his chance against the champion Burchell, but he's having to walk through fire tonight to make that dream come true.
It's anytime he's in the mid-range and he doesn't do anything at all. Sosa gets hit with combinations coming from Burchell. There he is, mid-range, with the combinations are flying, head and body.
Burchell just mixes it up so well. He's so unorthodox, but those hooks upstairs and downstairs are punishing.
He can't take this. He can't take this much punishment.
And it looks like Sosa's cut.
He is cut
over the left eye.
That's demoralizing, fellas, when you get hit with 5 or 6 shots to the head and he finishes you off with a body shot like that.
look at the short, crispy right hand from Burchell. Here it is, right over the top. Both guys exchanging right hands right there. But Burchell's was shorter and right on the money.
You just see the way that Sosa's walking in. Burchell goes to the body. And Dre, Burchell said, I want to prove to you guys that I'm also a good defensive fighter. I'm not just an offensive machine. But sometimes, like you mentioned, when your offense is your defense, it works for him.
Yeah, we're seeing it right now on full display to the head and to the body. One thing I'm loving about Burchell is the body work. Everybody knows I love body work, but it opens up the headshots like that. Now your opponent has to worry about
Down goes Sosa to a body shot.
4, 5, look at me, 6, 7, 8, 9. You want to continue, walk that way and come back to me.
It's over.
Come here, come here. Listen, you got to show me something or I'm stopping this fight. Box.
This fight, for all intents and purposes, looks over. Burchell just wants to put a ribbon on what should be an impressive victory.
Burchell needs to go right back down to the body.
Oh,
you don't neglect what got you there. Go right back down to the body. This fight will be over.
There it is. Sosa can take a shot, but his corner and the referee have to look.
They need to
protect him. There it is. Exactly what we were talking about. The corner needed to look after their fighter. He will keep fighting all night long as you let him. And the corner, Raul Rivas, did the right thing.
The corner showed a heart. They showed that obviously they wanted to come win, but the health of the fighter came before that. I appreciate that. We don't see enough of that in the sport of boxing.
I love that.
So, give me them all. Kathy, give me them all.
You see two gentlemen in the ring as Miguel Burchell goes over to congratulate Jason Sosa. It was the type of performance that we expected from Miguel Burchell. And Jason Sosa, once again, when the stakes are highest, when the opposition is at its finest, falls short.
He always falls short. But you know what? I was impressed with Burchell tonight.
Yeah.
Honestly, he did get hit with some shots, but I love the fact that he was patient. I love the fact that he, controlled the distance at times. I love the fact that he got out of the way of punches. He didn't get hit with the big overhand right like he normally gets hit with. Very impressive work from Burchell. He looks strong.
Here we see Burchell doing what Burchell does. He just throws and he lands wherever he can land. Vicious body shot right there. Sosa had no choice but to take a knee. Here we see a left, right that missed. Sosa's hurt right now. Yeah. Burchell knows it. Just for good measure, I'm gonna send you down with that left hook to the body, left hook to the liver. Down goes Sosa.
But Dre, what I like about that is that he's throwing up top to bring those hands up high, so that body's exposed, and then he took advantage of it.
This is how the fight ended, Tim. The corner stepping in there and having mercy on their own fighter.
And we saw Sosa didn't complain about the stoppage. That let you know it was the right thing to do.
Yes, it was.
I mean, sometimes even when Jack Reese asked him, do you want to continue? Of course he's going to say yes.
But see, these aren't light shots. These are heavy shots that this young man Sosa's getting hit with. After taking punishment in the first 3 or 4 rounds, it's a lot to deal with. And Burchell, you could hear the shots, guys. Those are heavy, heavy shots that this man is throwing for a 130-pounder.
And there's Raul Rivas, who loves every one of his fighters like a kid. He still has a champion at 130 pounds in Tevin Farmer, but tonight was not going to be Jason Sosa's night. He recognized that and took the appropriate action. Why? Because he cares about his guys. Let's take a look at the CompuBox numbers, and it's impressive. 43% of his total punches landed for Burchell. That's 6% higher than he usually lands. Jabs, 6 out of 66, but 53% of 217 power punches were landed. I mean, you don't want to be in there against that.
I'm letting you know right now who's going to stop this man.
It's going to take a master boxer to beat a style like Miguel Burchell.
Yes.
That's what it's going to take.
Master boxer.
And there's 2 champions in this weight class. One of them we'll see next week in Jamel Herring defend his world title against Lamont Roach. And then there's also Tevin Farmer, who is a stablemate of Jason Sosa. But there's also very interesting fights, money fights out there for Burchell before we probably see him in the ring against those guys.
Oh, there's a Lomachenko fight possibility at 135. There's some big fights out there for him, but I would love to see him fight one other champion in this weight class in the near future.
Heavy-handed, very active, and fun to watch. His name is Miguel Burchell. Jimmy Lennon Jr. is in the center of the ring with the official time of the stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes 56 seconds in round number 4. Our referee in charge, Jack Reese, stops the contest upon request of the corner. He is the winner by way of knockout. He is still the WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Miguel El Alacrán Berchelt.
Berchelt makes the 6th successful defense of his 130-pound WBC belt. You see the smile on his face. He talked to us about the fact that